Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Complete.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Steelers 8, Saints nothing.
This is Alvin Kamara, Pro Bowler in all 3 of his NFL seasons. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he hits his tight end Ebron. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Buying time to his left. He'll get, the ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And nothing but daylight ahead.
Run it right down their throat.
And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Winston's pass intended for Deontay Harris.
Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be it.
And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
In your
And he
face!
takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Down Steelers.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
The turnover differential.
without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Come on, you serious, dog?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Winston, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Pass complete to
Michael Thomas, 46 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
25-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Steelers 23. Saints.
So we've hit halftime here, and as we expected, looking at the clock, a very quick first half to play. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And Marquez Callaway, the one he was looking for. But now it's third down.
Third down. And 8
Out of the gun. Hill. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way. And
Adrian Peterson off to the races. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Adrian Peterson, 78 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Open man is Kroom, the tight end. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Back now in Pittsburgh. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. He finds Latavius Murray. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
26 yards.
Throwing again is Hill. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
No.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but Very little reason to use him at this point. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On the carry.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front.
Adrian Peterson, the 20, 10. It's a big run for AP. 62 yards on the ground. So a big run for AP, and when you look at the total package, everyone knows the level of player he's been in this league, but what really impresses you about Adrian Peterson?
I have to go back to the nickname his father gave him, which is AD, which stands for all day, because he never stopped. Morning, noon, night, and that's how he plays the game. No plays over. He always tries to finish things, and he thinks that each and every run he makes is going to take him all the way to the end zone.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.